I've got change for us all. Is no restart.
Big move in Bitcoin then, in contrast to all the notes I wrote pre-show, which were telling me that this was going to put Bitcoin under pressure.
Yeah, the narrative that perhaps this launch of these political meme coins will sap flows from Bitcoin is showing us that it's really not the case this morning. If anything, it's just accelerated the momentum and the excitement around cryptocurrency under another Trump administration.
Hi, Dewald. What is all this FOMO about? Should I buy Bitcoin now?
Are you smoking your socks? You should rather watch my show. You should rather watch my show.
All right, legends, another live stream, second live stream of today. And I mean, we still have not claimed the high. Hence the thumbnail. Perhaps, just perhaps, we are going to form a much longer consolidation than what people are expecting. It was, this morning when I did my Legends Pro community update, I did say it just, the most obvious trade. The most obvious trade, this is how I worded it. Legends, the most obvious trade is this. It's the most obvious trade, and it just seems too obvious. Okay? The invalidation, I just want to make it clear, regardless of what happens over here, the invalidation for the bullish structure is taking this line. Okay? So as long as price dances around here and it does whatever it wants to do, even if it takes the high, comes back down, as long as it does not tap the invalidation, the probabilities are still higher to move up, regardless of how long this takes. I wish it did not come to this. The easiest scenario at the moment is for price to find upwards momentum, okay, to carry on finding upwards momentum, and we go and we complete the fifth wave to the upside around about $90,000, right? But it's never easy in trading. What if, okay, I can't help but wonder, it's too easy. What if this happens? Okay? What if we are forming a WXY? What if this is an A wave to the downside? What if this is a B wave and it can even be a flat that extends? What if this is a B wave? What if we still come down for a C wave? And then only the fourth wave is done, which basically means that we are going to extend the range before we complete the fourth wave. Okay, it just seems too easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Everyone shorts and we fall here to the downside. It just feels too easy. Okay, and I know from loads of trading experience, okay, it's never easy. It's never as easy as that. Right, legends, this move to the downside can be counted as an A, B, C, a three-wave structure, which could be an A wave. But yes, it could also be counted as an ABC that corrected, okay, the third wave. Because if it was the fifth wave, it needs to correct the whole structure. But, okay, when I take a time fib from number 1 to number 2 to go and measure how long was this corrective structure over here, and I place it on the top of 3, okay, you can see And this is why I think, legends, as per the thumbnail, I think that we could potentially be consolidating for a little bit longer, confusing people as long as we do not tap the invalidation. Okay, price can do whatever it wants over here. As soon as it taps the invalidation, this line over here, we're most likely coming down to claim these lows. But as long as price stays above, it has a high chance of going to complete that fifth explosive wave to the upside. And we don't know how explosive that wave is going to be, but it can literally claim the high. As long as it claims the high, truncated fifth waves are extremely rare in Elliott wave theory. Very, very, very rare. Like 3% of the times, okay, you get a truncated fifth wave. I have personally never seen a truncated fifth wave. Okay. In Bitcoin, that is. Right. But what I want to highlight here from a timing perspective, when I look at this time over here, okay, and I overlay it with number 3 over here, okay, let me just put it on that week, exactly on that week. You can see that this low was made at the 0.618, which is fine. At least it's after the minimum target. But I know that fourth waves, these little bad boys, can extend to the 1, they can extend to the 2, and even the 3. When they start extending to the 4, and this is why it's starting to get orange and red, okay, I have seen fourth wave extend even to the 4, but when it starts tapping the 5 over there, okay, let me show everyone, that little 5, when it starts tapping the 5, then probabilities significantly start decreasing that this is still part of a fourth wave. Usually between the 1 and the 3 is where you want the fourth wave to find its feet and go and build another wave back to the upside. So what I want to highlight here, legends, is what if, okay, what if we keep on consolidating? Basically, we go sideways. Okay, we can go sideways. We can even build a little flag over here, because very often I have seen flags form in an A, B, C, D, E, and then we go up for a fifth wave. Fourth wave corrective structures can be very, very complex corrective structures. They can be triangles, they can be diagonals, they can WXYs, they can, you know, and I think that the simplest form of a fourth wave corrective structure that I see over here is, what if this scenario plays out? Okay. And I mean, what if this scenario plays out? What if, okay, let me take the time flip out. Okay, this is something that I think will confuse a lot of people the most. I'm also trying to think of a scenario. Which scenario will confuse people the most? And I think it will be a flat. I think a flat will really confuse a lot of people. Okay, so the target, the most common retracement target for a B flat to the upside is between the 1.236 and the 1.382. So let me reverse this. I know, legends, I have just literally dived in here into the technical analysis. I will say hi to the beautiful community in a moment. Okay, we can also go and look at some altcoins. Remember to smash up that like button. I was just so eager to share this information with you that I just dived right into the technical analysis. Okay, right, very interesting. We rejected here by the 786, and boy, oh boy, the 786 level has been well respected throughout this range. Okay, but your most common B flat target is in this little boxy over here. Okay, there. That is your most common B flat targets. Okay, B waves are notoriously difficult from a target perspective because it can be the 0.382, the 50%, the 618, the 786, the 1-to-1 extension, the 1.05, the 1.236, and the maximum target, okay, is your 1.382. It's very rare for a B wave to tap the 1.618, which increases probabilities that you're going to find continuation to the upside. So not easy, but this is the most common box, is between the 1.236 and the 1.382. So from a psychology perspective, okay, this is the zone, right? What if price, okay, manages to find its feet here to the upside, and everyone thinks this is the fifth wave? That is the fifth wave. only to be a corrective structure for this impulse to the upside. Okay, can you guys imagine how this will confuse a lot of traders? Yeah, we completed the fifth wave. They short like crazy maniacs and they only plan to take profits here by the lows. Okay, can you imagine, right? Then you come back down, you either create a running flat, which means the B wave takes the high and the C wave doesn't, which is rare. Okay, it's most common that when you have a B flat to the upside, your C claims the lows. And then you come back down here for a C, okay, you claim the lows, and then you go up for the fifth wave. I think this will be the most confusing scenario, which will trap a lot of shorts and longs to the up and to the downside, because everyone that's shorting here are not going to take profits as price falls down here, because they're going to expect this entire structure to correct itself. Okay. Only to get stopped out with a fifth wave here to the upside. So I think, you know, legends, as per the thumbnail, it's just a scenario to consider. Okay. If price continues here to the upside, unfortunately, and this is now the dilemma, unfortunately, this is also a fifth wave target. Between the 1.236 and the 1.382, this is also a fifth wave target. So I can see that a lot of people will see this as a fifth wave. And this is why you can never be sure. You can never be 100% sure that this, well, what if it's a B flat and what if it's a fifth wave? Because it rejected at the same area where the fifth wave and the B flat is supposed to have its target. Okay. Then it comes back down, and that's why it's important. If you do successfully short this zone, it's basically an SFP from the highs, okay? There is a level a little bit further up that we can, you know, there's a level here to short, so you can have better risk management. But do you understand how important it is to start taking profits when you hit support to the downside? Because you don't know, it could be a B flat that takes the low, and then it moves up for the final fifth wave. And if you did not take profits, okay, you're going to be stopped out at break even, maybe with a loss, depending on whether you protect your position or not. So just a scenario to think about, okay? I just want to keep the scenario open where, you know, you could potentially be doing this. Okay, ideally you don't want to tap the invalidation. Okay, so maybe this is going to be a little bit higher. Because as soon as you tap, okay, so if we reject over here and you tap the invalidation, then there's a high chance that this was the fifth wave and we're going down. You will get a bounce and you will roll over. And then you increase the probabilities of taking the low. Right, another corrective structure. I have seen it most recently. If I go here on and I look at, let me open up this chart. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. Just want to show everyone. Okay, here is a fourth wave. Look at this. You formed the top of 3, and then you went down and you went and created an A, B, C, D, E in a triangle for your fourth wave. Do you see how complex fourth waves can get, and they can extend very long? Okay, so just something to point out that you could also, okay, you don't necessarily have to go up. This could be your A, B, C, D, E. So you're basically building a triangle, a bull flag, and then you break to the upside. So that's another scenario. Okay. Another scenario is also, can you guys see, there's just so many scenarios that you're just forming a normal zigzag and then you continue up. 3-wave corrective structure and then you continue up. Right, but from a high probability perspective, okay, this is not going to be an easy range to trade, especially if we keep on consolidating and chopping sideways. It's not an easy range to trade. I rather prefer, okay, and it's, you know, legends, I have to be honest, it's often happened to me where I look at a structure and I'm like, I'm not trading until I get a high probable trade. Okay, so usually when I see a structure like this and I cannot enter a high probable trade with good risk management, I sit on my hands and I wait for my levels to get hit. Either there or my invalidation. As soon as the invalidation gets hit and we get the bounce, I will be looking for shorts. As soon as we go up, I will be looking for shorts over here. Okay. Right. Or we form a triangle. Okay, and I can see we have formed an A, B, C, D, E. Once this leg is in over here, I'm going to be very interested. So I need more price action before I can make a better trading decision. Right, the other scenario, okay, the most obvious scenario is legends. Well, okay, there's a chance. What if 4 is in and we are now going up for the 5th wave? Okay, still same trading. I'm waiting for my box to get hit for potential short to the downside. And the 5th wave can even extend to the 1.618. And there's a there's another target that you can work out for the 5th wave as well. You take your trend-based fib from the bottom of 1 to the top of 3 to the bottom of 4, you drag it across, you reverse it, and then the 0.618 is also a 5th wave target, which is a little bit, which is actually at the 1.382. It's exactly at the zone. Right, there you have the 0.618. Okay, so this fib retracement and this fib retracement has the same target for the 5th wave. The 5th wave can extend to the 1.618. And what is most important about this zone is, well, do we have levels of confluence to potentially get into a short here with good risk management without waiting for price to get acceptance back below this low or below this high? So, easiest level. Let's go back onto the 1 hour time frame. Okay. And I think like I feel like a little bit of a robot on repeat here at the moment. Okay. The easiest level is the 0.382. Okay. So when I zoom back into that price action, I know it looks messy, but this is how you build confluence. Okay. So here by the 0.382, you've got the 1.236, you've got the 0. So in this zone is where I'm looking for the short. So I can use the 0.382 level as an SFP line. If price pumps here to the upside and it gets acceptance back below this zone, I know where to put my stop loss. Okay. And I will pay myself when we start hitting support to the downside. Okay. That's definitely a TP1 for me. Definitely a TP1, because it could also be a B flat. Okay, B flat comes down, it goes back up, and then it rejects again, right? Where, well, ironically, you will form those 3 peaks, most probably hidden berry CVD on the 15-minute, 1 hour time frame, and then we go down. Okay, cool, legends. Now, let me say hi to the beautiful community. I've done some technical analysis showing you guys the levels here to the upside and the potential for the range to continue. Okay. I think what would be interesting also, okay, wait, let me first go through the comments because I can just keep on going. Right. Remember to smash up that like button. Hi, Telma. Welcome to the live stream. Hi, Dewald. Good to hear you again. Thomas, absolute pleasure, man. Pablo, smash that button. Yes, do smash the button. Hi, good evening. Elizabeth, always appreciate you being here inside of the live streams. Can we still hope for a last low point such as 72K? I do think that, yes, it does have. Unfortunately, that scenario still has the highest probability. Okay, so 72K. I hate to say it, and I know everyone is bullish. I know that altcoins are breaking out, but legends, I just want to state the following. Okay, when you look at Bitcoin dominance, right, it's at a zone where it could potentially start falling down. Right, I have seen, and maybe you have seen this as well. If you've been in the crypto space for long enough, you've most probably seen this as well. Bitcoin, okay, let's paint out this picture. Let's go here onto the 1 hour time frame. Let me switch off all the levels over here. Okay, let's clean up the chart. Okay, let's look at the structure. I have seen Bitcoin can do the following. Bitcoin can, let's say Bitcoin goes and makes another high, makes a low, makes a high, and it makes another low, claims the $77,000 area, and it falls here to even $70,000, $68,000. It basically forms a WXY to the downside. That makes one more low. it could happen, and this is why I started building some or adding to my spot bags and opening up some new spot bags. I have seen in the past, if dominance starts collapsing, even while Bitcoin is dropping, okay, if dominance starts dropping here aggressively to the downside, you could have a scenario. Let's look at Doge, for example. Oh, trade played out to perfection. For those of you that did take the trade inside of our Legends Pro community, after a couple of, I posted this trade on Sunday, and today TP2 got hit. Right. Anyways, what I want to paint out over here is, let's say Doge continues momentum here to the upside. Bitcoin goes down for a lower low, right? Bitcoin goes here. I have seen, and I'm not saying this is guaranteed, if dominance starts collapsing, it will protect the altcoins. So what could happen is Doge makes a higher low and continues, but it's now built a 1, 2, and it's busy building a third wave here to the upside. And that little dump over there is where Bitcoin dumps here to the downside. It's not to say that Bitcoin makes a lower low that a altcoin has to do exactly the same thing, especially if dominance collapses to the downside. And dominance is at a place where it could potentially start rejecting. So, and this is why, Legends, yes, it can. Okay, maybe Doge does this. It do exactly the same as Bitcoin, but what if it doesn't? Okay, I want to be positioned, because most of the altcoins that I analyzed yesterday, it looks like most of them still need one more low. Okay, and this could be the low that everyone is waiting for, one more low. But what if Bitcoin makes one more low and the alts makes a higher low? Because dominance starts collapsing to the downside. So as a technical trader, I need to be prepared. I am willing to take a knock on my portfolio and add more to my positions. That's why I'm leaving dry powder. I'm not going full in 100% with my portfolio. Okay, I'm leaving dry powder on the side for what if Doge and some of the altcoins that I've recently bought, like Rune and some others, what if they do this and they bounce? I want to be buying over here. But the reason I started building in this zone over here is because it could do this, and then it leaves me behind if I just sit on my hands. It is at a zone that looks like they are finding support. Some of them, most of the altcoins are actually breaking trend to the upside. So I cannot ignore the bullish signs and hope for Bitcoin to make a lower low so that I can go and buy my favorite altcoins, which might not come. What if the low is in on Bitcoin? What if the low is in? There's a scenario that the low could be in. Yeah, I must say the structure doesn't carry high probability from a bullish perspective, but you just never know, right? You just never know. That scenario where some people are looking at the structure as forming multiple 1-2s to the upside, okay? It doesn't carry high probability, but it is a probability nonetheless. What if this is forming 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and right, this is just part of a higher range to the upside. It explodes here in a third wave, and then you see 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, then you get the higher low and you continue momentum to the upside. I can tell you guys now, I'll be very interested in this low if I see this structure to the upside. It doesn't carry high probability, but I mean the market is here to surprise us. For now, I think the highest probability based on the structure that I see here more locally is to still go and claim the high. Okay, without hitting the invalidation. Okay, as long as we can keep that invalidation. Right. You might be asking yourself, well, Dewald, where do you get your invalidation from? Well, the invalidation is when I take a fib from number 2. Okay, let me do this. Did I delete this? Okay. You take a fib from number 2 to number 3, and the 0.618, okay, is my invalidation. The 0.618 basically invalidates a fourth wave. Right. So whether the fourth wave is in or whether it's still going to extend, like I've just explained, okay, you don't want to come and hit the invalidation before you claim the high. As soon as price comes and hits the invalidation, okay, you you significantly increase the probabilities of forming a lower high and continuing momentum to the downside to come and claim the lows. Okay, the reasons I think that there is still a higher chance. Sorry, I've got phlegm. Sorry, legends. Let me just do this. I need to clear. Right. I think there is a much higher probability to claim the high before we claim the low. Okay, or even to claim the high before we claim this invalidation. I think there's still a higher probability because of this. Right, I'm not sure if I explained this morning, but just briefly, okay, it is very, very rare when I take a trend-based FIP from the low. Oops, not that. Trend-based FIP, let's use the shortcuts over here. From the low to the high to the low, okay, we tapped the 3.618. Very, very rare for a C wave. So I know that some people are saying, Dewald, this is an A, B, C, and we are going down. Well, I just need to say, okay, unless you can show me an example, I would love to see it. You can join our pro community, of our legends community, okay, if I just want to show everyone, because I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have an example, I would love to see it, okay? Maybe I just haven't seen that example. But here's the link for our legends community. There's a free section. Go into the chat section. There's a Bitcoin section. There's an altcoin section. Post a picture of when you have seen this. I have personally never seen it. I have never seen a C wave tap the 3.618. I have seen the 2.618 and I have seen the 2 and the 1. All these levels I have seen many times, but I have never seen a C wave tap the 3.618. which increases the probabilities that this is a third wave. Because I have seen third waves tap that level many times, even on the altcoins. It goes even to the 6.618, the 7.618. You know, these third waves can really extend. They don't have a ceiling. They can really, really go very, very, very high. But for a C wave to extend this far is very low probability. Okay? So in saying that, if we do not claim the high and we start falling down, it will be the first time that I have seen it. I have never seen on Bitcoin the 3.618 tap with a C wave, where this is an ABC, and it's done, and we're going to find downwards momentum. Right, and this is why I'm saying there's still a higher chance to claim the high before we claim the invalidation. Right, cool. So more than welcome to share with me if you have ever seen it. Let me know in the comments. I see less people watching streams. Yes, I have seen. How many people have we got here on the stream today? 122. The diehard fans are here in the live stream. I mean, I've seen it across all the channels, myself's channels, Andy's channel, some other people's channels, is that the views has gone down. Okay, I think we need retail to come back into the market. We need altcoins to start popping like they're doing now. They need to find some upwards momentum. I think once things start rallying a little bit harder to the upside, I would expect, yes, Mr. SGS, you are here, diehard fan, right? I appreciate every single one that's currently watching the live stream and the people that's going to rewatch it after the fact. I appreciate every single one of you, and it's most probably the people that are still watching live streams when things looks bearish, when no one wants to buy, when your altcoin portfolio is, you know, it looks like a bag of blood, right? You don't even want to look at it. It's disgusting, okay? You're just holding on, diamond hands. You know, when those moments, the people that are still educating themselves, the people that are still following myself, Andy, Matt, you know, some of the good technical traders out there, I think it's those people that are going to just rope in the profits. Okay, we're going to have the best entries. We're going to be so well positioned that when we have 1,000 people, 2,000 people watching this live stream live, we all going to sit back and say, well, you weren't here when you were supposed to be here. Okay, I can just imagine that. And then they're going to ask, where do I buy? Dewald, where do I enter? And we're going to be talking about, yes, you guys, I think we need to start taking profits. These people are looking at buying zones. We are looking at taking, profit-taking zones. Right, so for everyone here, well done. Well done for educating yourself, learning, and supporting the channels when things looks really doomy and gloomy. Right, I'm here for education. Yes, I'm here too. Mr. Simon, welcome. Yes, it's about learning and educating, and it's about, finding those zones that are very interesting. I can tell you guys now, some of the altcoins are in very interesting buy zones. And I can only share with you what I am doing. I mean, you are in charge of your own portfolio. You need to click the buy button. You need to click the sell button. You need to put your risk management in place. Right, legends. So, as always, from my side, it's not financial advice. Okay, you do you at the end of the day. I can only share with you what I am doing. And I'm telling you now, okay, where I know for a fact where I am buying, even if I'm buying over here where Doge is at the moment, I know for a fact I'm still buying in a good zone, even if it claims to low again. This is a good zone. It might look like an absolute disaster here to the downside, but I can tell you guys now, when I zoom out, okay, you're buying in the right zone, right? You're buying in the right zone, okay? On the smaller time frames, it looks like it's panic, right? It's doom and gloom if it takes the low again. It's not. It really is not. Okay, yes, let me just clean up the chart over here. Right. I also have a little bit of good news for those of you that are trading with Bluffin. I have a little bit of good news. I want to do some quick technical analysis, okay? I want to do some quick technical analysis on Doge. And I just want to explain to everyone why I am so bullish on Doge. Most of the meme coins had their pumps to the upside. Pepe, Shiba Inu, and all these new stupid meme coins that's been launched, had the thousands and hundreds of percents to the upside. But Dogecoin was that sleeping giant, the one that didn't want to wake up. But potentially it was just building a structure for a more explosive move to the upside, which is going to leave the other meme coins behind. Okay. Right. I really love the structure that is forming on Doge. I love the structure. It's a technically very beautiful structure. Okay. And it still has a lot of breathing room before it takes the low. This is what I love about the structure. It has exactly the same structure as Link. Let me show you guys. Okay, let's open up Link over here. Where's Mr. Link? Let's also put it on the daily time frame. I tried to play around with my settings to put two charts next to each other. Like, I could not for the love of me get that to work. Okay, so let's go to the lock scale on both charts. I want to show everyone something. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at the low and look at the low. Look at where this low was made compared to this low, and look at where this low is compared to this low. This is Link. Now look at Doge. I do the exact same thing, put it on lock scale. Okay. Oh, do you guys see the... Do you see the similarity? They are both forming an incredible, which could be an incredible bullish structure to the upside. If there is any chance, okay, for an alt season, even if it's a mini alt season, I think these two tokens, Doge and Link, are going to run hard, especially if they can keep these bullish structures intact. Okay? Because guess what? This could be a 1-2, 1-2, and you're going to get a face melting third wave here to the upside, as long as it doesn't claim the low, right? And you can see how much breathing room it still has. So even if Bitcoin goes down, okay, and this is what I'm keeping in the back of my mind, what if Bitcoin does this? What if it makes one more low? Or it goes down a little bit lower? What will happen to Doge? What will happen to Link? And this is what the puzzle that I'm playing around with in my mind in terms of the altcoins that I'm now buying from a spot perspective. Okay, it still has a lot of room. So maybe it moves up here with Bitcoin. It taps, that's what I'm saying. One more low. One more low, 786. There's a possibility I will still be bullish on Link at $10. I will still be bullish on Link at $10, and I will still be bullish on Doge at 11 cents. Okay? But most importantly, they need to not take the low. And as long as these two tokens does not take the low, and we do get dominance to start rejecting here to the downside, I think it's going to be magic, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you guys now it's going to be magic. And the reason, okay, I am very bullish on Doge. I spoke to Bluffin and I asked them, can you not organize my community a little bit of a special deal on Doge? Okay. And Bluffin came back to me, right? It's the second link down in the description to show everyone. Here's Bluffin. Okay. This is for new users and existing users. So what Bluffin has done is they said, okay, Dewald, we have listened to you. And they created a little wheel to spin where you can win 20 Doge, you can win 100 Doge, you can win AirPods, a MacBook Pro, 2 Doge, 100 Doge, 500 features bonus, good luck, maybe next time. So basically there's only one section here where you don't win. Right? Everywhere else you win. But I specifically wanted Doge in the wheel. That's what I asked them for. Okay? Every time you move $10,000 worth of volume. So basically, if you're trading with $1,000 at 10x leverage, you have moved $10,000 worth of volume. You get a chance to spin the wheel. Every time. So if you place a trade every day at $1,000 position at 10x leverage, or a $10,000 position at 1x leverage, depending on how big your account size is, right? Or even $100 at 100x leverage, depending on your account size. But when it's guys, I cannot explain to you, it's very easy to move $10,000 worth of volume. Okay, even with an account as small as $500, you can move $10,000 and you can still trade with good risk management. But every time you trade $10,000 in volume, you'll get a chance to spin the wheel. It will unlock the wheel until you trade $10,000. It will unlock it again. And every time you trade $10,000, you can spin the wheel and you can win some Doge or a MacBook Pro, AirPods, right? And some features bonuses here as well. So this is the deal that I organized with the Bluffin team. So let's see, legends. I think it's an absolutely amazing deal that they came to the party and they literally asked me, Dewald, what token do you want in the wheel? And I said, Doge. Okay. Right, legends. So this is the link where you sign up for Bluffin. All you need is an email and a password. Okay. And for every $10,000 that you move, okay, from a trading perspective, you just trade like normal. You don't have to be aggressive, but you'll get a chance to spin the wheel. Plus, okay, this is not where it ends. Plus. Okay, money gets airdropped into your account the more you trade, regardless of just opening up the wheel every time you move volumes. They still have that deal where money gets airdropped into your account the more you trade. They still have that deal that for the money that you deposit into your features account, you get 10% cash back to trade with. Okay, if you have a large amount of cash, 25k, they will automatically upgrade you to VIP 1 and 50k to VIP 2. So Bluffin's really coming to the party, but I do like that they came to the party with my little Dogecoin over here. Okay, but I wanted to share with everyone the technicalities of what I see around Doge and the reason why I asked them to include it as part of the wheel. Okay, right, cool, legends. So that can like to be the reason why I am so very bullish on Doge. Okay, Doge looks for me absolutely amazing from a technical perspective. Okay, even if it comes down and it taps the 786. I mean, that is the level that I want to buy, but I cannot ignore the fact that Doge is breaking out. Okay, so if I go here and look at this, okay, let's go here to the 8-hour time frame. Let me show everyone, right? I cannot ignore this fact, and this is why I started building a spot bag position. Okay, this little trade over here, that little teeny weeny trade is just a leverage trade that I took. I get in, I take profits, I close the position. I think I actually took most of the, I can't remember the percentage, but I closed most of the position and I left the moon bag open for higher levels, but I do have quite a significant spot bag of Doge. Right, I can, let me see if I have that open. Oof, this looks like an absolute nightmare. Let me see if I can do this. Right, there is my Doge position. Okay, trade that I took here on Bybit, and you can see that I have taken most of the profits, right? And it looks like my entry is high now, but I actually added to my position. So my entry, you know, this was just a day trade that I highlighted to inside of the Legends Pro community. I think my entry was here somewhere, okay? I rode it all the way up here, took some, rode it all the way up here, took some profits at TP1, and now I took some profits at TP2, and I left some of the position open to ride for higher levels. If I get stopped out, here's my stop loss. I will still get stopped out with my profits plus whatever is left over from here. So this was just a small little 3x swing trade here to the upside. I mean, it from Sunday up until now, so it took a couple of days for this trade to play out. But I mean, this was the trade, okay? Literally a break of resistance. You broke out. Remember the scenario that I see so happen so often. You broke out from a major trend. You formed a bullish pennant. You do not get acceptance back inside the main trend. Okay, then you break out and you go sideways and you form this resistance, and that is where I entered, expecting the breakout, TP1 at the high, TP2 at the 50% Fibonacci. And that is basically, if you take, you know, very simple technical analysis, you basically take a fib from the high, from this point to the low, okay, and you can see why I had TP. Yes, it can go higher. Of course it can go higher. I don't care, and that's why I left a small little moon bag open, okay? TP1, TP2. Can it go here? Yes. Can it go here? Yes. I don't care. I've already taken most of the profits. Now I'm just leaving it to run. And as it runs to the upside, I will just move my stop loss up and up and up until I get stopped out. Okay. Right. Let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin. And let me go through some more comments. I'm always here too, Lucien. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, you are all always here, and I always read the comments. Many times after my live streams, I rewatch some of my live streams to go through the comments to see if I've missed something. You know, if people were having a fight, I wanted to see what the fight is about, whatever the case might be. Okay, so I appreciate it. Everyone that's here and that is still willing to learn, and that is still, you know, because I know for a fact when we have 2,000 people watching this live stream live, okay, we are going to be talking about where to take profits, where these people, okay, are going to be, where do I buy? Can you imagine? Okay, let's go here onto the 8-hour time frame. What if Doge just continues, comes back, makes a higher low, continues? I can almost imagine and guarantee everyone, once Doge is over here, this is when retail starts. You know, this is when the live stream will go to 500 views, 1,000 views during the live stream. Once it takes the highs, okay, I think we're going to have thousands of people watching live here at the moment. And this is where people are going to ask me for entries. It makes my life very difficult, okay? Because there I'm just going to say, you have to day trade it. You have to wait for the break of trend, put your stop below the low, take profits at the highs. You missed it. You missed the boat. Okay, I cannot tell anyone to build a spot position over here after this move to the upside. It's just, I can't. Can it go higher? Of course, and that's what I'm going to say. Can it go higher? Of course it can go higher, but you're exposing yourself to so much more risk. Okay, what if it double tops and it falls down, right? Now you're trying to build a spot position over here. I know that this is going to happen because every time we have a mini altcoin season to the upside, when we get here is where most retail traders want entries. When we are here, where we are at the moment, we have 126 people watching the live stream. We have the diehards. We have the people that's paying attention, and we have the people that's buying where they are supposed to be buying. because you're exposing yourself to so little risk. Okay, there's your invalidation. You might argue, but it's still far. Okay, but I can guarantee you it's not as far as trying to look for an entry over here. That is absolutely insane. Okay, especially if you're building up a spot bag in anticipation for an altcoin season, or maybe just a mini altcoin season here to the upside. Right. I sometimes feel like I'm the only bullish peanut in the packet. Legends, I really feel sometimes like that. I'm the only bullish peanut in the packet because I get so much bearish comments from people. I know momentum is down, okay? I know that some people are looking at this Bitcoin structure, okay, saying that Dewald, bear market is here, baby. Okay, we have formed 5 waves to the upside. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dewald, why on earth are you so bullish when we are here and the top is in? You should be looking for short entries. Any movement up, you should be shorting because we're going to fall down. I'm not convinced. I am honestly not convinced. Okay, I think perhaps, okay, because it's the only reliable source that we have is that I trust data from a technical perspective. Okay, do I think that the low is in? Maybe not. Do I think that we can make one more low? Yes. Do I think that we are on a bear market? No. I don't think we're in a bear market. And the reason I personally think that we are not in a bear market is because everyone's calling for a bear market. So for the first time in history, you want to tell me that everyone has called the top correctly? Doesn't make sense to me. Because every single top on Bitcoin, from a bull market perspective, no one expected the drop. Everyone expected higher. And now for the first time in history, everyone just nailed the top. They just nailed it. Okay, and then just a nice little correction here to the downside, and everyone they nailed the top, because I see a lot of people are calling for the bear market. The top is in. Make sure that you short the retracements. We're going down. Altcoin season is not going to happen. I'm not buying it. Okay, I will buy a bear market when Bitcoin continues to rampage to the upside and people start saying it's not going to turn around. When Bitcoin hits $200,000, I want to hear people say it's going to 300. When it hits 300, I want to hear people start saying it's going to $1 million. That's where I'm going to be like, oh shit, I think a bear market is now. Okay, people need to call for higher levels before we will go into a bear market. Because I remember, and I'm not sure, and I know most of you will remember, when we were here, everyone was calling for $100,000. When we were here, everyone was calling for $9,000. We did not get $9,000. The low was in. We did not get $100,000. The high was in. You want to tell me this time everyone nailed the top? Not calling for higher? It doesn't make sense. From a psychology perspective, it doesn't make sense to me. But also from a technical perspective, it doesn't make sense. Right. Can you please give a list of alts for spot bag with good buy zones? Grace, that is a really good question. What I can tell you now, and this is no financial advice, you do your own research. I'm just a crazy dude entertaining you on Bitcoin. Because as per the live stream that I did yesterday, when I did some altcoin analysis, I did say that there is the potential for one more low. I have dry powder on the side and I'm going to buy that one more low if we do get it. But there's also the potential that we won't get the one more low and the altcoins that I'm looking at will form a higher low. I don't know, because it's very difficult to catch the tops. Very difficult. Very, very difficult, and it's very difficult to catch the bottoms. Okay, but I know that I can catch it in the zone somewhere. I can catch it in the zone. Right. Okay, I want to go back here onto the 15-minute time frame. What is, I mean, Bitcoin is just, just not climbing here to the upside. Okay, so Grace, what I will do is I am busy analyzing a list of altcoins. It's a lot of work, okay? I've already done, and I'm busy with like a color. Let me just put myself here on the other side. I'm busy with a list, okay? The rare tokens is the... You might disagree, I don't care. This is my research. This is what I am doing with my portfolio. You do you, right? The tokens that I've listed in red, I'm not buying. I don't like the technical structures. Can they go up and explode to the upside? Yes, I just don't like them. Okay, it could be that I don't like the fundamentals, but mostly from a technical perspective, I don't like it. So I'm going through a list. I'm going through all of my altcoins over here, and I'm building a yes-no list. The no's are in red, and the blues are the ones that I like. Okay, and I've gone through most of these blue tokens yesterday during my live stream. So go check it out. Yesterday during my live stream, there's... Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. I mean, if I have to off by heart, just say a couple over here. ICP looks amazing. From a technical perspective, for me, it looks great. ICP looks amazing. I like it, right? I did the analysis yesterday. It looks like it is finished. Well, it's almost finished, or if not finished already, in a WXY corrective structure. Can it make one more low? Of course. Is the low in? Of course. Okay. But it's the zone that I'm interested in. It's in the zone where I'm very interested at the moment. Can it go still to $4? Of course. But it doesn't have to. And this is what I'm saying. It's a zone, because you might be waiting. Okay. I don't want to be that person that waits for my target. It doesn't get hit, and I have to buy in at higher levels. I'd rather nibble a little bit now. ICP looks great. Litecoin looks phenomenal. Okay, and I'm talking macro. I'm talking spot bags. I'm not talking leverage trades. Okay. Litecoin has the same vibes as XRP. So similar, so similar. You might be saying, Dewald, are you smoking your socks? Litecoin? I know, Litecoin is a dinosaur coin. Litecoin is most probably a coin that everyone has taken out of their portfolios, just like XRP. Okay, because it has the exact same structure as XRP. A, B, C, D, E. And where's XRP now? Over here. So perhaps it's lagging behind. I want to get in on this move. I want to be in that move. So for me, it makes sense to build a position here, and I have a clear invalidation, aka stop loss. This is my trading plan. Okay. If we go down lower, I will simply add to my position. Right. But this is a multi-year consolidation that's formed a bull flag. And dare I say, right, it can even go here to the 1.618 at $1,500. I don't know, legends. I don't know, but I will definitely be taking profits when we start hitting these highs. Okay, that's definitely profit-taking areas for me. Right, and that is, you know, call me the only bullish peanut in the packet, but you know, you have to risk it to get the biscuit. And I think there's enough fear in the market to still spark some upwards momentum. Right. Because now the only thing that I'm not sure about, okay, about Litecoin here, for example, is what if, okay, and this is now, I'm speculating on the E being complete, but it could also be this. Okay. Where Litecoin is still going to make one more low and then it's going to pop out. And this is why it's a zone that I'm accumulating, and I know exactly where my invalidation is. I can tell you guys now, if Litecoin hits my invalidation, I'm out, because it invalidates this entire structure that has taken 2017 till now. Okay, it's taken a good couple of years to build this structure. And the higher the time frame, the more accurate the technical analysis. Right, and I remember saying the exact same thing about XRP. And I got some nasty comments from some people, okay, saying that you are smoking your socks. It's not going to happen. Look at what happened to XRP. A, B, C, D, E. I bought here on the 5th of August. That's where I bought XRP. And the rest is history. I've already taken a significant portion of profits. Okay. I do see a $6.5 XRP, which is a fifth wave target in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? It can go higher. You can have an explosive or an extended fifth wave to the upside. I don't care. The 0.618 is a target at $6.5. Can we go higher? Yes. Are we going to reject before we hit the level? Also a possibility. But this is why I took majority of my profits already. Right. So it was quite a significant move for me from a portfolio perspective. I mean, from where I bought on XRP on the 5th of August to where price is consolidating now, it was a 4.5x. Okay, that's significant. I'm not greedy. 4.5x for me is, when you're playing with large cash, it's a significant move, right? So, but I still have a small moon bag open. But now, this is where Litecoin looks very interesting because it's building the same structure. Okay. Is it guaranteed? Of course not. It's not guaranteed. Okay. But this is why I have a big fat red invalidation on my chart. Just like I had on XRP. I also had a big fat red line on XRP. And I told everyone when I bought on the 5th of August, I told everyone, if we take the low, I'm out. I know it's a stop loss. That's very far away, but I'm out. I can trade that money back with something else. Okay. There's the invalidation for this structure. So similar. Okay, right, let's go through some more comments. Can you guide on coin market cap? Carisha, this is something that I spoke about yesterday. I can't remember. There's a tool there are many tools. Okay, there are many tools out there, but the one that I found was market cap off. It's called market cap off. Can you guys see market cap off? Okay, so when someone says we're going to get a $30 XRP, because I see the thumbnails and I see the predictions. Okay, so you could say XRP in this box and you can put Bitcoin in this box. Okay, and then it will tell you that if XRP hits $29, it will be at the same market cap as Bitcoin. It's fucking impossible. Not during this cycle. Sorry for my language. When someone calls for a $30 XRP, I'm saying you are smoking your socks. Because it means that if you go to the coin market cap and you go look at Bitcoin's market cap, it's 1.7 trillion. 1.7 trillion. So XRP, in order to reach $30 or $29, but let's make it a round number, $30, the market cap has to increase to 1.741 trillion. Do you want to tell me XRP is going to flip Bitcoin? Yes, I know that there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, but I mean, Ethereum was supposed to flip Bitcoin. Solana was supposed to flip Ethereum. This XRP is supposed to flip Bitcoin, and so the rumors and things. Bitcoin is still number one. Okay, it's the most adopted. It's bought by the most biggest institutions around the world, like MicroStrategy, BlackRock, and all these massive institutions. I can tell you guys now because I heard someone told me the other day we're gonna get a $20 Doge. So I go to Doge. I'm very bullish on Doge. Okay, so you basically want to tell me that Doge is going to flip Bitcoin. Yes, you can use the argument, well, if we're going to go into more bullish momentum, the market cap of Bitcoin is going to increase. But it just puts it into perspective. Okay, for a token to reach the market cap of Bitcoin where it is currently at, okay, that's the price. So there's many tools, and I think there's a tool where you can also type in the amount. I think this one. So let's say you want a $5. Ooh, 58. Okay, I still need to, but you guys get the point. I still need to play around with this tool over here. But you can, for example, take your favorite altcoin and you can say, well, I think my altcoin is going to go to this price. You go type in the amount over here, and then you can see what the market cap needs to do in order to get the price there. And some of the predictions out there on YouTube is absolutely insane. Okay, especially when I saw during this week, people are calling for a $30 and a $20 XRP. You guys are smoking your socks. Those guys, sorry, not you guys. Those guys are smoking their socks. Okay, so very interesting tool. You guys can go and have a look at that tool, play around with it. Okay, currently getting the momentum here to the downside, which tells me we're most likely going to continue the range. Okay, but also pay attention to, let's just do this. Okay, pay attention to, we could be building a little triangle. Okay, don't write off the triangle. You could be building up a little triangle over here. Okay, and you all know the simplest way to trade this triangle is wait for the breakout. Because Bitcoin can range, and then pop out. Okay, but remember to pay yourselves when that breakout happens, because there's a lot of levels with confluence. So if I look at this structure from a WXY perspective, so let's say that this is a WX and we are now busy with a Y wave here to the upside. I can go and measure the target. Very simple. You take a fib, trend-based fib from the low to the high to the low, and now you have a 1-to-1 extension. Beautiful. You have a 1-to-1 extension. Definitely a profit-taking area. If you play that breakout, you want to take profits over there, especially if you do hit that level. But I will already start taking profits when you tap the high. Okay, just to be safe. Also, when you take a fib from the all-time high to the all-time low, it's the 0.382. Okay, I think you all know that by now, because I have hammered on this little level for so long. Right, you have the 0.382 exactly at the 1-to-1 extension. On some exchanges like Bybit, you also have a weekly naked point of control over here. Okay, do I have other levels there? Let's go check it out. Today, daily, no dailies, weeklies, nope, monthly, nope. Point of controls, nope. It's basically Fibonacci levels there at the moment, but I do know that we have a high volume node there, but I trust my Fibonacci levels. Okay, because my trend-based fib extensions has not let me down during this entire range over here. My trend-based fib extensions has not let me down. They have been tapped where other levels has been front run. Okay, right. If XRP goes to $30, bear in mind BTC would be at 400k. Not impossible, but very unlikely. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I agree 100%. For the alts to get that momentum to the upside, BTC has to increase in market cap, and it most probably is going to do a 2 or 3x to the upside as well. But my argument is still, I think for the altcoins, most altcoins to even reach the current market cap of Bitcoin, it just seems very far-fetched. Really far-fetched. Okay. When someone makes a prediction on XRP, for example, to go to $30, I would like the prediction to be made in terms of in the next 15 years, you could see a $30 XRP. By all means, that makes sense. But don't tell people before the end of this year, we're going to see a $30 XRP. That does not make any sense to me. Okay, people are, I think people are just over ambitious, because you know they're leading their communities astray, because you might have community members building up XRP positions and they don't take profits until it hits $30, and then they're stuck in those positions for 15 years, or they just cash out. Okay, most of them will just cash out. Right. Cool, legends. And that's why I like to preach here on this channel that, you know, you long support, you take profits profits at resistance. Okay, you might also be asking me, well, Dewald, where do you plan to take profits on Link? Where do you plan to take profits on Doge? Okay, the Doge coin that I'm so bullish on at the moment. Okay, I always highlight invalidations. This 1212, and I mean, I'm even ignoring this 12 because this could even be a 121212. But let's just ignore this structure. I'm not going to take that structure into account. Okay. I have a clear invalidation. If Doge taps the low, invalid. Okay, then we will assess that situation when we get there. But as long as the bullish structure is intact and we're still making a higher low over here, okay, even we can tap this trend that we're running up, we can come and bounce on the trend and then go up. I think, you know, I will still have areas where I will take profits to the upside. And that profit taking area will be, well, I need the low to be in, so I can only speculate on this low. So from the low to the high to the current low that we have. And if we fall down, I will drag the FIP down. But I can tell you guys now, I will aggressively start taking profits on the regular scale. And this might sound insane. The 1.618. Okay, which is 79 cents. And I have seen people saying that we're going to get a $5 Doge. We're going to get a $10 Doge. I think people are being very over optimistic. I do think that Doge, okay, this looks very bullish and some people are already going to call me crazy. But I can tell you guys now, Doge can go to the 2.618. It can go to the 3.618. It can go to the 4.618, 5.618. Third waves can get very explosive considering you have a 112. Okay, this is my minimum target. But I will take profits. I will definitely take profits. It's part of my strategy. If we go to the 2.618, I'll close more and I'll close more until I see weakness and we start losing some momentum and we're breaking trends. Bitcoin looks weak. Maybe the pi cycle indicator starts flashing. That's where I just close all my positions. Okay. Weekly RSI is at the top. Monthly RSI is at the top. You know, you start seeing all the bearish signs. No one wants to believe it because there's euphoria. This is what happened during the previous tops. No one wanted to believe that the top is in because there was so much euphoria. No one wanted to believe it. No one. The only person that I remember that was bearish over here was Gareth Soloway. He was the only person that was bearish here. I remember he went to the crypto, what is it? The crypto event. Okay, and he was the only bearish peanut in the packet, and people laughed at him. People didn't want to believe him, and we got this, right? Because I was there, right? And if you were here during the previous bull cycle, you will know Gareth Soloway. Well, maybe there's others, I just didn't follow them, but I remember Gareth Soloway called the top over here. He was just like, it's too bullish, there's too much euphoria. People are stupid with their money. They think that they can't lose. And when people are calling for higher levels, that's usually where you get the reversal. It looks like a double top. We are going to roll over. Weekly RSI is at the top. The pi cycle indicator already flashed over here. So all the signs were there that the top is in, okay, even with the double top. But no one wanted to believe it because of how much euphoria was over here. I don't see this level of euphoria. Yeah, I don't see it. And this is why I think we're going to move higher. Right. Legends, something interesting, okay? Because I see there's people inside of Andy's live streams, okay, that keeps on saying that $500, $500,000, $400,000 Bitcoin looks to be the most promising move, or the highest scenario, how can I say it, the highly likely move here to the upside. Without taking sides and without being biased, okay, I just want to show you guys the following. Okay, I'm going to clean up this chart, and I have spoken about this before, but I'm sure there's a lot of you that have that have not seen this. Mariela, welcome to the live stream. Okay. Rune, yes, I have analyzed Rune yesterday. Okay. Anthony, hi, Dewald. Is there a possibility to always show the BTC live price somewhere on the screen? Oh, that's a good point. I will see if I can figure that out. There should be a way for me to have it floating here in the air, right? Maybe BTC, ETH, and Doge, AR, right? You know, these are some of the tokens that I'm accumulating. AR, Doge, Link, ICP. These are some of the tokens that I'm really bullish on. Okay, Litecoin, because the technical structures looks amazing. They have clear invalidations and right. So legends, this is something that I quickly want to show everyone. And if you have seen this, I apologize, but it's still very interesting. Okay, when you switch on the Pi cycle top indicator, right? If Bitcoin, I just want to make this point. If Bitcoin is going to make one more high, it's going to make one more high, let's say at $130,000, and it's going to fall down into a bear market, it will invalidate this indicator for the first time in history. If Bitcoin makes one more high at $130,000, it will invalidate this Pi cycle top indicator that has been correct since the inception of Bitcoin. It will also invalidate these little scenarios. I'm not going to switch on everything, okay, but it will also invalidate every single bull market, okay, has lasted more or less 3 years, not exactly, and you had a bear market of 1 year. 3 years, 1 year, 3 years, 1 year. It will also invalidate this structure that is being correct. So it's just data. It's just data at the end of the day, okay? If Bitcoin makes one more high, or it doesn't even make a high and everyone's calling for the bear market and it starts falling down here, it's going to invalidate, okay, the Pi cycle top indicators, and it's going to break this model completely. And this model is not a Bitcoin model. This is a everything model. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ, everything runs according to the 4-year cycles. Everything, the entire market. It's not just a Bitcoin model, okay? Right, so just keep that in the back of your mind, is to say that, well, if Bitcoin falls and we go into a bear market, it invalidates all of these data models that has not been proven wrong since the inception of Bitcoin. So it's going to break the models, okay? And I also remember during I wasn't here during 2013, but I was here in 2017, 18. But I remember during every cycle, everyone said, this time is going to be different. This time is going to be different. And now I hear everyone saying again, this time is going to be different. So maybe just according to data, it's not going to be different. Okay. What is also interesting for me is that for the Pi cycle top indicator to play out, let's just say it is going to play out and it is going to flash. Okay, what is the most, and this is something that I ask myself often, what is the most unexpected move on Bitcoin at the moment? And I think it is moving up so aggressively that no one expected it, so that it can create the euphoria that I have not seen yet. And for me, okay, this, when you trade outside of the moving averages, when you start trading outside of the moving averages, that is referred to as the euphoria phase. That was the euphoria phase, okay? You can see it. Technically, we have data to prove that that was the euphoric phase, okay? Every single time we've had the euphoric phase. So if I had to just play it out over here and I draw the trends so that they come together, okay, ever so slightly, because price has to break out, that then becomes euphoric. Okay, price has to break out, the indicators has to cross, and as soon as they cross, you flash your signal. Okay, so you can see just by me moving my mouse here to the upside, you're already getting into $400,000. So there's a chance that we could get this. where this plays out again, like it did over here, like it did over here and here. Right. My view is there are more people saying that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the top is in. People believe that they've called the top correctly for the first time. I haven't seen the euphoria that I have seen during the previous tops. Yes, could things be different? Of course, I'm not denying that fact. Okay, but the data shows me that we still need upwards momentum. We still need an euphoric phase. We still need people to do stupid things. We still need the phase inside of the cycle where people believe they cannot lose. Where people believe you have to sell your house and buy Bitcoin right now. You need people to start buying the tops. Okay? Not selling. People are selling at the moment. There's so much fear at the moment. There was no fear over here. There was no fear over here. There is a lot of fear over here. Okay, so just something that I'm, and by no means am I saying that we are definitely going to get a $400,000 Bitcoin. I do have a Elliott wave scenario that supports that thesis. I still want to make it very clear that I'm expecting one more high. Whether the low is in and we're going up to go and claim that high, or whether we're going to make one more low, okay, but basically finding support above these highs. Okay, the highest probable scenario at the moment is to still make one more high. Once we get here, we will talk about the $400,000 Bitcoin. So, I just want to make that very clear, is that I am not calling for $400,000 now, but we can start talking about it once we've made that high. Because there's a couple of things that needs to happen in order for me to give that scenario the highest probability. At the moment, according to data, it has the highest probability. According to my technical analysis, I first want us to make one more high before we talk about it. Okay, so very interesting. Right, legends, let's go through some more comments. Remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, the bluff deal, spin the wheel to get some Doge. Every $10,000 that you move in terms of trading volume, you get a chance to spin the wheel. MacBook Pro, AirPods, features bonus, 100 Doge, 20 Doge, 2 Doge. Every time you trade 100,000, 10,000, or you move 10,000 worth of volume in Bluffin, okay, you get the chance to spin this wheel. Also, the money that you deposit into your features account, you get 10% cash back. Also, the more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your account. So, right, they really are coming to the party. But there's still weeks. I know a lot of people have signed up with weeks. Some people don't enjoy weeks. Some people love weeks. I love weeks. I haven't had any issues with weeks just as yet. You still get that 50% cash back up to $1,000, okay, for the money that you deposit into your features account. They also have a competition that's going to start in 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Right, you can go and register for the Bitcoin census team. It starts in 2 days and 9 hours. Okay, I'm definitely going to participate in this competition. We're going to trade together as a community, and we're going to win either with the highest P&L or with trading volume, but we're going to scoop some money. We're going to definitely scoop some money, right? So that is weeks. Email and password, that's all you need. Bluffin, email and password, and then we've got Phoenix here as well. All you need is an email and a password, right? $2,000 position airdrop that you can choose from. Okay, weeks, yes, sell in May, classic one. Dewald, this feels like the dip between May, July 2021. This, yes, Mariela, it does, right? And that's what I'm saying. I actually don't mind for the structure to come down lower, because what I can tell everyone, the lower we go, the more bullish it becomes. Okay, why do I say that? Because if I look at this structure here, okay, I think I still have that scenario here. Where is it? This is the scenario that concerns me a little bit. some people look at the scenario and they're like, wow, we're still going up. Yay. I don't like this scenario. Okay. Because this scenario has not been invalidated. If I take a fib from the low to the high, we have bounced on the 50% Fibonacci. We have not tapped the 0.618 to invalidate the fourth wave. So there is still a chance to go and create one more fifth wave. And then we're going to talk about a bear market. There's still a chance. The deeper we go, if we can tap $74,000, we will invalidate a fourth wave. But that opens up the door for a more bullish case scenario where this becomes a completed fifth wave over here in a 1-2. Okay, in a 1-2. That's all I'm going to say. What do you get after a 1-2? You're going to get a massive third wave to the upside, because this could potentially, and that's the macro bullish structure that I'm looking at, is what if this is building a 1-1-2 combo? This is the only structure that will get us to $400,000. Okay, this is why I'm saying, legends, this little fifth wave still carries the highest probability. We have not invalidated it, and we can still go and create another fifth wave. What do you get after you create a fifth wave? A dump. Okay, so the deeper we go and we can invalidate this fifth wave, it means that it's already in. It's already in, and the correction has already started. And the deeper we can go, especially if we start hitting this zone above the highs over here, okay, then you open up the doors for a 1-2, 1-2, and guess what? Another 1-2. And this is the only bullish case scenario that could potentially send Bitcoin to $300,000, $400,000. I don't know what the target is, okay, but to much higher levels. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and you are going to build a massive explosive wave here to the upside, where the data stays intact from a timing perspective and the pi cycle indicator flashes once more. Okay. Right. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. But I mean, the good news is maybe the structure is already finished, because we have, it's the only thing that I don't like, legends, is that if I switch, let me just undo this. I want to just get my fifth wave back there. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me switch this scenario off, and it's the timing that really concerns me a little bit, okay, especially on the larger time frames. When I look at the timing, so if I take a time fib from this low to the high, this low was made before the minimum requirement, okay. Even if I take a time fib from this low to the high, this low was still made before the 0.382, and that is why there is still a higher probability to make one more low, which I would love, because that will invalidate the fourth wave for one more fifth wave, and it could open up the door for a more bullish structure. Right, cool, legends. That is basically what I wanted to discuss. Okay, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I need advice on Crow. Please could you grab my bags and run? How high can that fifth wave go? Very good question. Okay, let me give you the most common targets. So let's switch this off. So if we are speculating on this scenario, okay, which at the moment still carries the highest probability. So let's speculate on, we're going to make one more high. Okay, let's speculate on that scenario. Then where you want to see the rejection, okay, you take your fib, trend-based fib, from the high to the low that we have currently. You drag it across, you reverse it to the upside, and then let me put in the boxes. This is your most common fifth wave target. Okay, $123,000 to $118,000. It can extend up until the 1.618. But that's now really being overly bullish, and maybe there's FOMO and people are buying like crazy. You could get to $130,000. There's another way to measure a fifth wave. Okay, you take the same trend-based fib from the low to the high to the low, and that is the 0.618. I don't know if it's going to be higher or lower, right? So let's reverse that. It's actually lower, $114,000. So you basically have this entire zone, okay, for a fifth wave target. The most common that plays out most commonly is this little box. Okay, between $123,000 and $118,000. So there's your target if the scenario is going to play out. Right, and then there is a chance that the low could be in. There's a chance that the low could be in, and we are now building the last fifth wave to the upside. Okay, some people are saying, well, what if we get an extended fifth wave? So I just want to clarify that in Elliott wave theory, okay, when you form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the rule states your third wave is not allowed to be the shortest wave. Okay, that's the rule. The probabilities to have an extended fifth wave means that you need to have a shorter third wave. Okay, so it's longer than 1, but it's not the shortest wave. Usually when you take a trend-based fib, okay, and you go and measure the extension for your third wave, okay, usually the most common target for your third wave is the 1.618. In Elliott wave theory, it states that if you get a more shallow third wave that taps the 1.236 and the 1.382, then only do you increase the probabilities for an extended fifth wave. So you basically have a very short third wave, but it's not the shortest wave because wave 1 is the shortest. Okay, so only when you have a short third wave do you increase the probabilities of having an extended fifth wave, but it is still a very rare structure. Very, very rare. Okay, because it can go the other way as well, where you have an extended first wave. Okay, then you have your 3 to the upside, and then you have this teeny little fifth wave. Okay, so maybe it looks something like this. Okay, that can happen as well, where you basically have an extended first wave. But these two scenarios, where you basically have an extended third wave, first wave, or an extended fifth wave, are very rare. Most commonly, your third wave is the most explosive. It has the most amount of volume. You have usually your first wave and your fifth wave are usually the same length. They are usually the same length. It's your most common structure that plays out 7 to 8 out of 10 times. So, in saying that, I see that there are people calling for an extended fifth wave to the upside. They are saying, they're looking at this structure and they're saying, well, Dewald, what if we do this? I would then rather lean on the probabilities of the 1112 combo that I've just shown you on the macro time frame, because of how long this third wave is. Okay, because if you take a trend-based fib from the low to the high to the low, I mean, this third wave already tapped the 3.618. So you already have an overextended third wave. It's overextended. Then on top of this, to expect an overextended fifth wave, it carries very low probabilities. Okay, if the third wave was down here, okay, if the third wave was down here, very small third wave, I would have said maybe we're going to get an extended fifth wave. But it's quite a overextended third wave. Okay, and this is all just Elliott wave theory. This is textbook Elliott wave theory. Right, but an extended first wave and an extended fifth wave is rare structures. You don't often see them. Right, I'm just wondering what will trigger off will be the catalysator of going that high. 120, 130. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for the news, but the charts will show us before the news comes out. Okay, what would, if I trade today, 1 like, 110 to 1 like, right? How many likes do we have here at the moment? 91 likes. Not bad for the number of people watching the live stream here at the moment. Very, very impressed with the community. Thank you so much for the support. Right, legends, that is basically all I have time for today. Another hour and a half live stream. I will see you all tomorrow. Again, we can go look at some more altcoins, see what Bitcoin has done. It looks like it could potentially continue the range. Let's just go back here. I just want to, see where we are before I end the live stream here. What are we doing here on the 15-minute time frame? Are we finding some upwards momentum? Yes, currently still getting some upwards momentum. I have done in-depth technical analysis here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, be aware of a B flat. Do I still have that target here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, be aware of a B flat here to the upside. There's your target box. You take your trend base fib from the high to the lowest point over here. You drag it across and you reverse it so that it flips the numbers to the upside. Between the 1.236 and the 1.382 is ironically B wave, okay, if this is an A, B, and fifth wave targets. This is B wave and fifth wave targets. So this is where I will be looking for a short. Right, and we could also be building the triangle. A, B, C, D, E, and then we rampage back to the upside. Okay, if price does not take the high and it taps the invalidation, we're most likely going down. Okay, any retracement after this tap will be a shorting opportunity for momentum to the downside. Right, legends, that basically wraps up the technical analysis for today. Have yourselves an amazing evening. I will see you all tomorrow. Until the next one, cheers for now.